Hello everyone, it's me Nancy Finch doing another Tea with Nan on Monday at 12 o'clock. Welcome, hope you've got your cuppa ready. Oh, it's lovely to be here. It's got a nice stillness in the air, even though it's raining a bit outside and it's got a bit cold, hence the little scarf I've got on. I've got a cat scarf on. Oh, my daughter gave me this. I love it. It's like one big cat that wraps around you and there's its tail. I'm in a silly mood today, but I love my cat scarf. It's gorgeous. So I hope you're all okay and you've got a cuppa and you can just be with me for a few minutes so we can talk about today's Tea with Nan. So I've got my little Aquarius cup today. I hope you're nice and cozy and you can have a listen to what we've got to talk about today. So what is it about today? One person's on here so far. I'd like to send you a nice Monday hug, whoever you are. Oh, Jane, it's you. Hello, sweetheart. I hope you're okay. It's nice that you're here with us. Well, you're the only one so far, but it's great. And I've got, that's it. Oh, thank you, Jane. I hope you're okay. I thought you might like this one today, actually. It's all about dance. And I thought I'd change the theme a little bit to be more practical, to realize how we need to have dance in our life, we don't really have enough dance, do we? I mean, we might go to discos, or you might go to a dinner dance, or you might, your parents or might have gone to a ballroom dance, who knows? But that kind of dance you sort of take for granted. You think, oh, that's lovely. But we don't realize the importance of dance, and dance is really good for our bodies and our minds. So what I want to emphasize today is a very primal thing. Dance is something we, as I say, take for granted, but it is something that means a lot to us in the movement of dance, the intention of dance. We can use that intention in our daily lives. We can use it when we move around. You can have a little dance around the kitchen before you leave for work. How great would that be? So dance is really good for you because you're setting for a moment, you're setting your intention is inside you. You're focused on your own body. And when you're focused on your own body, you give it a chance to work better. So if you're being mindful, I'm just going to dance and I'm going to move. I'm going to give myself that little tiny bit of sort of moving meditation, if you like. And that is what I'm going to be talking about today in a bit more detail. So, and we can do this in lots of ways. We don't have to go off to a dance before we start work or before we start our day, but we can move. And a movement, even a walking movement, can be like a dance as you're swaying. If you're aware of your body while you're moving, that is what we're talking about today. Because every movement you're aware of, you are in touch with your body's energy. It does lift the mood having a dance sometimes, says Jane. Yes. Okay, Jane, and you and I are going to have a little dance today. We're going to either dance around the place, or it doesn't have to be very energetic. It could be something quite soft and smooth. It could be something you're just swaying, moving your energy from one place to another as you move. And it's a soothing. I mean, babies love to be rocked, don't they? Because they love that soothing movement. Well, we are the same. And I didn't plan to say that today, but that's a good one to, as an example. But babies love to be moved. Well, how about we move ourselves? How about we comfort ourselves with movement, or we excite ourselves with movement? When people are happy when they dance the songs they love, and that was enough to keep your body well and to make you mentally, emotionally well as well. So everybody feels better. It does lift the mood, as Jane said. Your mood is everything. And if you can find ways like dance, even if you don't think you're a good dancer, it could be that you just think, oh, I can move this bit, or I can move from one leg to another, I can move my arms. Some people I know don't think they can dance and also can't physically move their legs, or they might be in a wheelchair, so or unable to move parts of their body. So all you have to do with that is move the part you can. So if you're in a wheelchair watching this, you can still move the top part of your body or your arms. If you can't move anything else, you can move your hands, or you can watch somebody dancing. That's almost the same thing. Watch somebody dancing. Because when we watch somebody dancing, we're involved with them. We're feeling it. We're responding to their movements. And when you watch someone do the most beautiful dance, even ballet, oh, look at ballet and how people move so gracefully. Or ice skating is one of my favorites. When I was a kid, I used to love watching ice skating. I still do. And when I watch ice skating, it's so beautiful as they move through the air. Oh, wonderful. And that lifts my mood. I just love watching it. And I feel as if I'm doing that. I feel as if I'm there with them because I'm embraced in that movement. And when I was a child, it was the one thing that used to get me to sleep, actually. Just imagining, I used to stare at the wall thinking, oh, it'd be great if I was a great dancer, a nice dancer. And I would imagine all of the things I'd watched. I'd imagine all of those things again, those moves. And it would soothe me. It would comfort me. It would make me happy. And I'd go to sleep quite happy as a child, just thinking of those things. Well, it came to me. I thought, well, we don't use dance enough. We don't use movement enough. And I was thinking about people can do yoga in a chair yoga. People can do Tai Chi up to a point, obviously. Some people aren't physically able, but all of those movements, some people can do normal yoga. Somatic yoga is my favorite. So those movements too, as well as watching dance, can help to open up these chakra energies that we need to keep well. How our whole body responds emotionally and physically to movement. You know, you listen to a song and suddenly you feel good. You feel that song has lifted you, just like Jane said with movement. Listen to a good song, have a little dance around, you feel better and it lifts you up. And the vibe that comes out of you is a happier, more inner child vibe. And people respond to that. They warm to it. They're attracted to people who shine a bright light. And if you're dancing, you're in that moment like a child dancing. You watch a child dancing in the garden with, I don't know, streamers and things. They don't care who's watching them. Oh, Lisa's here as well. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining us. Happy Monday. But the child doesn't care if you're watching it. The child just is in the moment. And as a child, I used to love running around the garden with these streamers and watching them blow in the wind or blowing bubbles in the wind and moving around the garden. It's great. As adults, we forget to do this. We just don't do it. We might dance, as I say, at an event. We might have a little jig around at someone's wedding. But how often do we do that at home? How often do we think, oh, I'm just going to have a dance? Or grab your partner and just embrace your partner and have a little dance, a sway around, a little movement just to connect with another person. That's going to help all your hormones. It's going to help your happiness hormones to thrive. But it helps you on such a good level. Imagine if we all started our day with a dance, a little movement. And if you haven't got someone to move with, then just imagine your soulmate, or then just dance for the joy of it. Be a child in the garden again, you know, because you don't have to spend a lot of time doing this to get an effect. Oh, hi Dales, lovely you joined me, darling. Happy Monday. And so we're talking about dance today and how important it is to dance. You can dance, as I say, movement on your own, sway with the sound, you know, the movement, the sound of a beautiful song that you love, or a person that you love, or a person you did love if you haven't got that person with you. Or some people would love to dance with their pets. I used to dance with my cat. I used to get my cat and dance with my cat. I love dancing with my cat. The cat loved it. Don't worry. Not all cats love it, but this particular cat did. But the movement, like a child, you know, you sway it, you move a child to comfort a child, don't you? Or a baby, as I said. Oh, hi Bex, lovely you've joined us. Thank you, darling. Please share this, guys, with other people, because you never know, it might be the one thing they need on a Monday to get them going through the week. Something, a bit of an emotional, practical tool actually today, because then you can feel the difference in your body and you feel the difference in your mind, in your emotions. You know, your mind's clearer when you're happier, when you're free from worry or stress. And dance is a good way of letting go of worry and stress, isn't it? Just moving, even if just breathing is different, because you're happy. You're dancing and you're just happy in that moment. You're present in that moment. So, as I say, there's lots of different ways to do this. Emma Mansfield's one of my lovely friends here in Cornwall. She does amazing yoga treatments. And I really hope you know her if anyone's listening, because she is just absolutely brilliant. But one of my favourite things about her, of many things she does, is the somatic yoga. Now, I don't have to be in all different positions if I go to one of her classes. Somatic yoga is tiny little movements. And the tiny little movements are very powerful. And they suited me very well, because when I had a frozen shoulder a while back, a few years ago, I remember thinking, oh, nothing would get rid of that. And I tried everything. And my own tools didn't work very well. And I was thinking something's bigger here that I need to sort out. I wasn't really friends with my body at the time, actually. And she happened to just remind me with a couple of very tiny movements to be friends with your body and tell your body it can go back to normal. And within a very short time, what, a week or so, I was back to normal. I thought, wow, this was incredible. Oh, hi, Vicky. Thank you for joining us, darling. Lots of love to you. So Emma helped me with somatic yoga. I don't know where you are listening to this, but that's a lovely, soft, gentle move that suited me. Maybe look into that as one way of doing that. It's great to use yoga. I know many, many people stay well on that. And it's a nice little discipline to get into, as well as the dance I talked about. Oh, thanks for the heart, Vicky. Tai Chi is another one I used to love doing. I might get back into. And that's very slow, deliberate moves. Anyone has done Tai Chi, they know the power of the movement. Your chakras in your body respond to the movement of the chakras in your hands, and you're moving in. Your feet have got chakras, and as you're moving around, you can actually feel the energy ball you create. The energy around you changes. It's a beautiful way of keeping well, and all those chakras stay open as well. Well, they try to. When you start doing yoga, it's good for the whole body, and it's good also. Tai Chi is good for the whole body. But anyway, I remember watching Tai Chi once, and I didn't quite know what that was going to involve, if I was going to get into it, but I looked at this whole room, a demonstration of people doing Tai Chi, and all of them moved so smoothly and beautifully. And oh, it was wonderful to watch. And you know, I actually felt, and everybody else felt it in the room too, the energy in the room changed. The energy, the peace that I felt in that room, and the harmony and the calm. And oh, it was beautiful. Just watching them did me a lot of good. I wasn't even doing the Tai Chi, but I felt the Tai Chi just watching them. Oh, thanks guys for the heart. And Daniel's here as well. Oh, thank you for joining me, Daniel. Happy Monday to you. So even watching the Tai Chi made me feel, oh, it's lovely. There's no excuses here. If we can't do something to move in one of the ways I suggest, we can watch it. You can watch someone moving and doing a demonstration of that. Will make you feel just as good. Your brain thinks and believes and attaches itself to that movement. It thinks, oh, I'm doing this. It likes to respond to that, connects to it. And then you suddenly become more present in your body. We all love to watch dance. We do. I know several people are, come dancing fans, because they love watching how disciplined and how smooth that movement is. And for lots of reasons, they like watching that. But people go to discos to express dancing. They want to express their personality through dance, or their fun side of them. And I know one beautiful friend of mine who didn't get out an awful lot, bless her, but when she did go out, she would sometimes allow herself to just really be in the moment and dance. And it was on one of those occasions that she was free, emotionally free, that she found herself just to be like a child in the room, embracing the sound, embracing the movement, and being her free self. It was on that night particularly that this lovely man was watching her dance, and he fell in love with her. And he was drawn to her beautiful spirit because she was shining a bright light while she danced. And they're married now, and they're really happy. And I'm thinking, oh, it's so nice that it was on that night that she was free enough so he could see her. A lot of us are hidden behind daily routines and things that we have to do. We don't really get the chance to be that child in ourselves, to be, I'm just going to be in this moment. Even if you're very, very, very busy. Oh, hi, Val. Lovely you're here, darling. I hope you can do this in between work today. Little happy or little dance just to feel that movement, or catch up if you've lost this. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Listen to it again. It will make perfect sense to you, Val. And I'm sure you'll like to do this as well. And I think you'll probably agree with me that you like watching people dance as well as doing it. Even if we're self-conscious about ourselves. And I remember thinking I couldn't dance. I was a bit clumsy, or I didn't know the moves, I would still enjoy the movement of that. And you don't have to dance in public. You can do it at home. You can just watch people, as I say. So find a way. Is it yoga? Is it Tai Chi that you want to watch or do? Is it discos? Do you want to go to discos? I mean, do you want to go to ballroom dancing? Who cares? As long as you're either, is basically experiencing this, expressing yourself with this. This is where we want to go. So I like to practice at home now and again. I put a song on and I'll just dance around the kitchen. And for a moment, all you think about is that moment, that movement, and you do feel lighter, you do feel happier. Yeah, as Jane said earlier. So, but quite a lot of the times we are not in a happy place, or we're worried about something, or we've got other things in our mind. So it's really good to be disciplined and realize that those things can go to one side. And I'm just going to, for this moment, be emotionally free, and I'm going to be happy. Okay. Oh, hi, Tony. Thank you for being here, sweet. So I'm giving away quite a lot of my channeled symbols that I brought through, that I will be doing a book for at some point. I've got about 35, I think, symbols that I've channeled through for different intent. And so this would help you. If you find that you think, oh, I can't dance, or I don't want to, I haven't got enough time, or no energy, or I'm in pain. It's really interesting, before I give you this, to say that if you're in pain in any way, like I had sciatica really badly, and I didn't know why I had that last week, if I was then to dance and to be mindful of my hips moving in the same rhythmic, even way, then that's probably going to help balance the energy in that area, because I'm focused on movement, and the movement might just ease that pain, put the body's energies back, so the chi energy inside my body can work better, and my chakras will open as a result of feeling happy. So this is the one I wanted to show you today. It's called Emotional Freedom. So I've just quickly drawn this because it's one of, as I say, 35 I think I've done, that I will put in a book one day for you. But so I've decided every week to start introducing a symbol that can help you with whatever we're talking about. Dance is the way. So I've drawn this very, very quickly, and it's called Emotional Freedom, because that's really good for the throat chakra. It's good for your inner child to be out. You know, emotional freedom gives you that feeling of, oh, just for a minute, just for this time, I'm thinking of dancing and moving. There's nothing else. There's no stress, there's no worry, there's no thoughts. I'm just in the moment dancing. So like a child in the playground, like a child in the garden. So how we do this is we start this and we take a breath, and we take our breath up. We take our attention up as we breathe. Breathe in. You're going to take this, breathe again if you need to, bring it down, and then you're going to take it right up, and you're free. So let's do this again. We're going to take your own breath in your own time to suit this, but you're going to just follow it down. You can take it from here. You're building the energy as you breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, come down, and you're going to carry that energy up and across. Emotional freedom. And even looking at that symbol will help you. Emotional freedom is one of my favorites. It does a lot of good. It helps your inner child. It helps you to feel, just for that moment, you can be free. And if you're not feeling free, just embrace that symbol as a light switch, if you like. Turn that on. Draw it, breathe it in, draw it on your own hand. I don't care. As long as you breathe or take that into your consciousness, it will have an effect, because that was my intention. And you can see it's got like an F. You can remember its shape. So you're taking that, building that energy up, down, and across. It's almost like a wrong side E, moving up and across. So you're liberated. You're liberated from that. Liberation is a nice feeling. Liberate yourself from the drudgery of the day, or the heaviness, or the pain, or the imbalance, or whatever you've got. Emotional freedom will lift you like a balloon, and it will help to open that throat chakra. Another thing when you're doing dance is it's really, really good for your base chakra here. It's really good for your red. Your base chakra needs to feel safe, and as we're dancing, we're aware of our bodies. We're aware of where we're placing our energy. We're aware of every move you make, and that helps to open that chakra, because you're focused on your body, and your body, you feel like you're a team with it just for a moment, because it's doing what you're intending it to do. You're at one with that body. Even if you have imbalance, you're giving yourself a chance to rectify that by moving, swaying, putting back. Harmony. Forgive the pun. Harmony. So we've got lots of different ways. We can watch dance, as I say. If you don't feel you have the energy or the ability to do dance, then put your favourite dance program on, or watch something you love the movement of, like I did with the ice skating. Watch a ballet. Watch people dance. People do happy dances all over the world. You know, some countries, they do medicine dances around fires. It's all about intent. They're intending that movement and that action to heal somebody, or they do power dances, or they do all sorts of dances, really, mating dances. They do, as long as, I mean, that's basically what disco is, isn't it? We've got to dance to show off who we are. But to be serious about that for a second, it is for your well-being. It is really good for you to dance and to move, and you'll feel more alive. You'll feel more present in your day. Gives you a chance to do more with your life when you feel that presence. You're more mindful. It's a gentle exercise. I'm not suggesting that you have to go and do something really vigorous, but start off with at your own pace. Maybe remind yourself to do it every day, like a baby being rocked. You know, people do hold themselves when they want comfort. Have you noticed they move? They move and they comfort and they hold themselves. Well, this is kind of what we're doing on a more fun level. So be mindful, gentle exercise, as I say, yoga, tai chi, watch dance. Remember, another thing I meant to mention, I haven't said, is you can remember when you used to dance. If you can't dance, remember the time that you did and that you love that feeling. Get back into that memory of you dancing, or watching somebody dance. If you can't get to that now, if you can't watch it on telly or whatever, then remember when you saw that ballet, remember when you saw that ice skating, remember when you went to yoga. Because a memory is almost as good as experiencing it now. Your brain releases happiness hormones around your body, and your body believes you. So be aware of when you danced and get back into that moment. It only takes 17 seconds to lock that into your mind, your body. Your body's energy responds. Physiologically, you change and you're happier emotionally, mentally, and then you're attracting more by the law of attraction into your consciousness, because you're in that moment of happy and centered and aware of yourself. You know, I think I've covered everything about what I was going to say on this, except for there is a couple of Tived Nans I'd like to remind you that you can watch to reinforce this. Okay, Set Your Vibe is on the 20th of the 2nd, 23. You'll find that in the Tived Nans on my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk. And it's not color coded, but it will help you. Tived Nan is, Set Your Vibe is really good for your whole body, because everything responds to your vibe. You're setting your beautiful energy to a different level. I mean, it does make you feel, does put you in a better mood. You could call the vibe your mood. It sets your mood, if you like. So look at Set Your Vibe, I'll have a listen to it, 20th of the 2nd, 23, for your whole body, because your whole body responds to what you give out, what you get back. Let's be well on all those levels. Another one I liked was do a happy dance on the 30th of the 1st, 23. And that I really do like. I used to set a happy dance. That was all about intention again, but it was before you had a challenge to do, and you set the intention coming back into the room, having done the dance. So I do the dance now, thinking I'm going to come back doing that when I come back from that challenge. I explain it much better if you listen to that for 20 minutes on there. So 30th of the 1st, 23, Tived Nan, do a happy dance. I love that. Hi, watch Netflix series you mentioned, brilliant. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Good for doubters and cleansing. Yes, I can't read all that message, darling, but I'll read it when I finished. And thank you so much for that validation. I loved that program I recommended on Netflix, because it was just so holistic, wasn't it? For lots of reasons, the world, your body, everything, I think. So thank you for validation. That's really sweet, and I'm sure that you'll be happy and healthy from watching that. Thank you, darling. Oh, thank you, Jane. She likes the symbols. Well, you got one last week on grounding, didn't you? How to stay grounded or whatever. Or the importance of, I can't remember what I called it now, but it's on my Tived Nan. And the emotional freedom, very powerful. It's like a light switch, turn it on and don't think about it again. I've intended that's going to give you emotional freedom. So that will help you. I'll remind you again in a minute. So yeah, thank you for your validation, guys, on how that does help. Watching these and the symbols, and my intention is to help you and to be there for you. So you've got Set Your Vibe, do a happy dance, have a power song. Why don't you have a power song? That's very powerful. That's a very good thing, because it's choose a power song, then think, right, I'm going to dance to that power song. Now you've got the song in your mind, you've changed your emotions, you've changed your vibe, and now you're moving and your body's in harmony with the words you're hearing. That's really, really powerful. So we've got all different ways of doing it. Choose what feels good for you. We are happy when we dance. We are happy as a result of dance, even if we're limited with that. If you can't dance much now and you used to dance before, I've got a lovely old couple I'm thinking of right now who always went ballroom dancing every week, a local couple. And one day he got really sick and he couldn't dance, he couldn't move his legs, but still going in there, just still going to the same place and looking at people. Instead of wanting to dance and yearning for that again, he was able to feel as if he was one of them. And it definitely helped him. So there's always a way around those things. And I'm sure physically that you will benefit from movement in any way. Even if you can't move some parts of your body, you can move others. If you're lucky, just move or watch someone else moving. Feel that movement to be in harmony with your soul. Just get into that movement. You forget about the outside world when you're dancing. Enjoy that feeling on the inside of connection. And moving that chi energy around, moving that, the lovely meridians are flowing around when you're dancing. And if you can, dance with someone else as well. Give them the happiness hormones. I think I make that I quite often grab my adult children and dance around the kitchen with them, or my partner. It's lovely. But if you can't do that and you haven't got that opportunity, then imagine that you're doing that. As I say, treat yourself like the baby that you rock, or the baby you hold to comfort, and comfort yourself with that movement. And watch what happens physically and emotionally. I'd love to hear all about it on the next Tea with Nan. You can always email me if you've got lovely success stories from this. Oh, hi Gail, lovely you're here, darling. I haven't seen you for a while. So you can always email me on nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk and tell me your success stories. That would be lovely. Jive and dance, says Bex. Yay. Oh, that's a great idea. She's suggesting some good places that's local. Lovely. People reading this, please go. Anything you can do for dance is so important. I remember I went to an old-fashioned, Wolf's ballroom dancing type thing a couple of years back before COVID. And I really got into it. It was hard for me to remember all the moves, but I loved it. As I did that as a child, I remembered I used to do that as a child. And it was wonderful and so much fun. And you haven't got to be perfect at it. You've just got to enjoy it. And it will lift you and keep you well and inspire other people too. It's lovely. So, yeah, thank you for that, Bex. That's lovely. I definitely encourage people to tell people, about these dance events, no matter what they are. If you can relate to that particular dance for yourself, that place, then go. Or watch them if you don't feel you can do it. It's almost the same. Okay, so one more time before I go, I've reminded you of yoga, Tai Chi. Go to a disco, don't go to any dance. Watch it if you can't. Feel that emotional freedom like a child in the moment. We went to festivals I used to go to lots of festivals, and we danced there. I used to love dancing at festivals because everyone else is dancing at festivals. Somehow it gave me permission. Well, give yourself permission to do that with or without another person, and give yourself that awareness of your inner child as you do that. And one more time before I go, emotional freedom, here it is. So take a breath and you take that energy. You're building that energy as you take it round and down. Feel the energy building as you're moving it up, and you're free. Let go. Now do the dance. Let me know how you get on. I'm back next Monday at 12 o'clock. And I've got lots of different things I've got planned to talk to you about throughout the year. So please join me and have a wonderful week, and keep your emotional balloon high, especially with dance, because dance is the way. And it is a very primal thing. Connect to your primal self with that dance. So I'm giving you all a big hug. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Please share this with everybody, because you never know. It might be what they need right now. It could be the one thing that lifts their spirits, just even for a while. Okay, thank you, Bex. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I love supporting you and you supporting me. Thank you. It's really nice to be part of this lovely team that we are. So lots of love to all of you, and namaste moment. I shall see you next week on a Monday at 12. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy using dance and movement. Even a tiny little movement will make a big difference. Lots of love to all of you.